John, start with a bit of bad news. A 4-match ban, effectively, for David Worrell. What's your thoughts on that?
Disappointed. We did put an appeal in. Surprised that it didn't get overturned. But I was disappointed in David reacting at the end. It's not something we want to see. But it was something and nothing, I thought. But just disappointed that obviously he's been doing so well. To lose him for 4 games, a big loss, really.
The annoying thing must be the way it came about, because it was right at the end of the game, and it's one of those which you can probably look at and think, just walk off and it's all sorted.
Yeah, and that's what you have to do. To do what he did is stupid, and we're all frustrated at the end of the game. But no, that's the last thing you want. Having lost, and then that just compounds everything by him getting sent off.
How much will you miss him out on the pitch, because he has been a really influential player so far?
Well, hopefully we won't. Previous when people have come in, they've done well. So hopefully whoever gets the chance, that will happen in David's position. But obviously, as we all know, he's probably been playing as well as he has throughout his career at Port Vale. Not only has he been working hard for the team, he's started to score and make goals as well. So yeah, so out of all the players, obviously he was the one that you don't want to be losing.
What are you thinking when it comes to cover options for him? Because you've got a few games to cover. I suppose Reece Brown might be rubbing his hands at the thought of a chance.
Yeah, that's the one thing with the squad is we've got people who can play in wide positions. Obviously we've got Reece, we've got Ryan, and Richie Bennett can play wide left. So we have got different options, but it's a shame that it's happened.
Both clubs were charged with failing to control the players as well. It's not the first time it's happened this season. What do you make of that? Because it's not the image that you and certainly the owners are going for.
Well, I think years ago nothing had been said. It's like on Saturday, it was the end of the game, everybody's together. David reacted was along with their player, and then it's all diffused within seconds. But obviously with television and everything now, it all gets blown up. In any sport, if you care, then you're going to have a certain amount of aggression, and that's got to be taken into consideration. They expect people now just to walk away. If somebody's got your teammate around the throat, do you just leave it? And it's difficult for a manager as well, because you're trying to get a team spirit going where everybody protects each other. So for players just to turn their back on it, it's very difficult when you're trying to create a team spirit. But it's something that we've got to look at, because it's happened 2 or 3 times now, although it's been nothing really, and it all diffuses itself. Like on Saturday, within seconds, all the players were shaking hands and walking off the pitch. So it wasn't. It wasn't anything of great. Years ago, I've seen players throwing punches, fighting, brawling, and people have just been booked. But now, obviously, it all gets blown up.
Something you've got to look at, but at the end of the day, it's a game that involves a bit of passion.
Yeah, and if you don't get that, and we didn't get enough on Saturday during the game, it's got to be controlled. But no, there's a fine line. But obviously, it's something we need to look at.
You've got Luke Joyce coming up as well with a 1-match suspension. Do you feel you've got the squad depth to cover for these players?
Well, Tom Conlon's obviously back now. We've got obviously Will Atkinson, and Callum can play in that position as well. So yeah, we have got cover. But again, Joyce has been doing well, so it's somebody we could do without losing.
We were looking at David Worrell a few moments ago, one of a number who, at the end of the season, is out of contract. When, as a manager, do you start looking at tying players who you might want to keep down? When is it possible to start doing that?
It's something that's ongoing. Obviously, I talked to Carol and Colin, and we need to look at that, who is out of contract, and because the last thing you want to do is obviously get to the end of the season and all the players are out of contract. So it's around about this time that you start to talk to one or two.
Difficult process, especially when you're 2 points off the playoffs, and at this stage of the season you haven't got a clue where you're going to be next season.
That's right, and also you have to be careful, because if if you start talking to one or two players, and other players find out, then you've got to start talking to everybody. So it can cause difficulty. So no, you got to pick the right moment, and you got to be fair to everyone.
Can cause difficulty, so I'll just move on then and ask you about the game and leave it there.
A little bit easier.
£54,000 for the winners on Saturday, so another opportunity, like you've done in the trophy, to get some extra cash in the door.
Yeah, it's massive competition, monetary wise, and creates a lot of interest. If we could get a win on Saturday, then the third round is where you want to be, and that's for ourselves, players, supporters, we want to be in the third round.
Good opportunity to test yourselves as well against Cheltenham, isn't it? A side who've been, like yourself, in and around the top six for quite a while.
Yeah, they're a strong team, Cheltenham, well organised, difficult to play at home, but as we say every week, that whoever we play, then we've got a chance. If we can play anything like, then there's no reason we can't go through.
And do you feel it's an opportunity as well to show how far the side's come under you? Because I can remember after the game at Cheltenham last year, you described that as a turning point and a bit of a low.
It was a big turning point because we were poor on the day, and we had to look at it. And then we went into Notts County game. We changed the system, and we moved on then. And it was a big turning point for the club because up to that point we had it looked as though we were going to, slide into the national conference. So no, we have moved on, and hopefully this time we go there and we're better prepared.